Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of 10 A Minute Marvel. We are wrapping up 2025 and looking ahead to 2026 over the next few weeks leading up to the holidays. This week, we're going to be talking about the 8 Marvel projects that came out this year, and we're going to rank them all. Plus, news and rumors to talk about today as well. So, I'm your host with the more popular of the two rankings, Petter, and co-hosting as always.
I'm going to add to yours, and with the most impressive Norwegian sweater that I've seen in a long time with its lockets. Very cool.
Clasps, Greg. Clasps.
Clasps. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And you look like you belong in a Frozen video. Nah, there you go. Suck at Trebek. It's Greg, everybody. Welcome back. And thank you for coming back. I am live from the raft, aka my laundry room. And we're going to do this podcast no matter if there's loads of laundry going on behind me or not. So if you're looking for ways to support this laundry room, you can find us on our YouTube channel, search 10 Minute Marvel, give us a like and thumb, smash that subscribe button, and follow us on Facebook or that thing with an X, hashtag 10 Min Marvel. Again, that's 10 Min Marvel. And of course, you can leave a rating wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. All right, Sven.
All right, you could be Olaf to my
Olaf. Yeah. Watch out for my butt. Let's go.
I'm more
What are
for
we doing?
Christoph.
Are you Christoph?
I think so. All right, we're going to kick off with the rumors here. Starting off with a couple of Doomsday teaser trailer rumors. First off, all the reporting right now is that it's going to be coming out this upcoming week. By that, I mean this week. And the rumors are the 11th. Now, I think the rumors are the 11th because that's the day that Supergirl is also getting its first teaser release. And there's talk that they're going to be releasing it at the same time. Which one are you more excited for? It's fairly easy for me.
Oh man, I like how they're, just kind of throwing down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a good thing for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Kevin Feige and James Gunn, they know each other, they like each other. I won't be surprised if they're colluding on this to make this a really big day for superhero kind of teases.
Little friendly wager on the side, maybe, of views. I don't know.
Yeah. Whoever the loser is has to give the winner 10 pounds of lutefisk. That is a very specific Norwegian Minnesotan joke.
Yep.
So if you're here for that content, I'll try and add more for you.
You're welcome. Oh, that stuff is nasty. I'm sorry.
I love it.
I've never had it. So I really can't talk, but I helped out at a lutefisk dinner once, and
you didn't eat any? Greg, what's wrong with you?
I think I was in like 8th grade, and I'm like, that is gelatinous fish, not happening. That is not going anywhere near my mouth.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, it is cod cured in lye, then rinsed, and you cook that up. Basically, it was a way to preserve the cod through the winter. Well, probably more through the summer in Norway.
Through the next decade, I think, actually.
And so it has a very distinct texture and flavor, and it's great.
Is it like tuna fish?
No.
Okay, no. Then I probably will. Is it really fishy?
Somewhat fishy.
Okay.
Now, if you're a good Swede, you put like a cream sauce on it. If you're a good Norwegian, you put melted butter on it.
Well, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, right up my entire upbringing's dinner table selection.
All right, back.
What are we talking
Doomsday.
about here? Oh, Marvel.
Yes.
Doomsday. You know what? I'm kind of impressed with how I think people know. It doesn't feel like people really have any good handle on what is coming out.
Yes.
So either Marvel's tossing some sweet red herrings out there, or people are really keeping it under wraps because they know if they blow it, they are heaps of lutefisk trouble.
I was going to say they know that Secret Wars is coming up, and at the end of Secret Wars, could just be recast.
Yeah, you're done, right?
Yeah, can't mess this up. Got that, Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo?
Right. Or Harrison Ford and
yeah.
Well, so if there was another person in there, I thought they'd give a crap. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that's the difference. Is Harrison Ford doesn't care, and so he's just going to say it anyways. And because he's
Yeah.
Harrison Ford, he can get away with it.
Yeah. Nobody's
Uh,
gonna like come barking down his
yeah.
tell him what to.
And so the other little rumor with this is that it's just going to be just barely over a minute long. Like this is a true teaser trailer. I like that. It's give me a teaser trailer now, maybe an actual trailer at the Super Bowl, um, and then just continue to feed me little bits of trailers or teasers throughout the year.
What's the release date on the sucker?
December 19th, 20 something. It's mid-December, just before
Okay.
Christmas.
That is yeah,
It's a year out.
I don't really
So,
care. I don't really care like if it was a full trailer or a teaser trailer. I think just something is really what
mhm,
I want. I don't think there's any bad way to do it. At this point just puts out for us to
yep.
get excited about.
Yeah. So obviously, if that does come out, we'll be talking about that next week.
Mhm.
Then the other rumor is that Shia LaBeouf is going to be in Secret Wars. Don't know what else to say about that.
No, I
Uh,
honestly like what I was kind of like listening to something off to the side of me and I heard Shia LaBeouf and I just heard my ears heard that sort of, but my brain thought Shia LaBeouf. Oh, whatever his name.
yeah,
The
Shia
dude, yeah,
LaBeouf.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, is Petter talking about? You're kidding me. That is terrible.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is going to be playing himself in Secret Wars.
Perfect casting.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping they get Joseph Gordon-Levitt to play Shia LaBeouf.
I don't anybody else play Shia LaBeouf is fine with me. That's perfect. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Silver Surfer, great, love her. I want her back. So,
Yeah.
um,
So one of the interesting things that came out this past week, and this is in the news section now, is that they are going to be bringing Endgame back to theaters in September, obviously of next year. Not this year; we've already passed that. But that's a
in your timeline.
yeah, that's an interesting thing, and it has led to speculation. I wanted to keep it in the news section, though this part is rumor, just because we can talk about it in order. But speculation that there might be an end credit scene or something tacked on that is going to tie more directly into Doomsday.
Mm.
Now, I think there's definitely a setup for it in like already from Avengers Endgame.
What if they altered the?
Yeah.
I think I think that'd be kind of actually a really cool idea to alter it to then shift like have the help us shift to what we had experienced, what we thought happened to a different sort of reality or different section of the story that
Yeah.
happened, I guess, for Downey's character.
Yeah. My thoughts
Oh my
are
God.
there's the line in there from um, Tony about when they time travel, about how somebody or something notices. And so I think that'd be a great way to play with it, even if it's, I mean, could it be something like Tony and Doom interacting?
Yeah. I mean, if that happened, you know me how many more people would end up going to that movie?
Yeah.
Like, for some people they'd be like, "Oh, cool, I'd like to go see it." Like they like when Star Wars would come back in, or
Right.
they would redo
Like they
Rocky
just
Horror Picture Show, just to, like a nostalgia kind of thing, or
yeah.
Gremlins, whatever.
Yeah.
But man, if you added a change to that
Hmm.
ending or somewhere some changes to the movie, and
Yep.
that's genius. Pull that off.
Yeah. It I mean, I think if you do that, like it would have to be some minor changes to the movie itself and then a post-credit scene. And then like the week before Doomsday comes out, you release the post-credit scene on YouTube or
Hmm.
on Disney Plus, or maybe even like the a week or two before it comes out, Doomsday comes out, you just drop the recut Avengers Doomsday, or not Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Endgame on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
thing. And that gives people a chance who didn't go and see it in theaters to see the differences. But that if they do that, I think that's brilliant. And I think that there could be some really interesting promotional opportunities for them. Because imagine like leading up to the re-release of Endgame, say they change six different scenes. they drop a teaser trailer that's basically just an end game trailer, but it has one of those scenes that is different in there, but it's subtle enough that it then becomes kind of like this Easter egg hunt.
Yeah. I I was thinking they splice in a couple things from the movie with Downey's Doom,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sprinkled a little bit throughout. Not a
Yeah.
ton.
Yep.
Two, maybe three, right? But yeah.
Yeah. I think
Um,
like I was saying, I think six for me, like six different changes, subtle changes, maybe
mhm.
correcting something that they didn't love from the original. It doesn't all have to be Doom centric, but just a few little tweaks
Yeah. I like the
of
Easter egg
different.
idea too. I like
Mhm.
that, something that is making us really want to go see it to kind of find
Yes.
that, right? Somebody's going to spot it probably pretty fast.
Yep.
Because there's people that
Yeah. We're gonna
get
let
paid for this job.
the new rock stars,
Yeah.
the screen crushes of the world, do our heavy lifting for us. Obviously, if that does happen, we'll talk about it. But
Mm.
I think
I'm gonna
just
find it. I'm gonna find
ah,
it.
all right. So whenever that happens, Greg is going to take like a week off from work and just comb it,
Yeah.
watch, like find all the scenes in Endgame, watch them,
Yep.
compare them.
I'm just gonna stay planted at the movie theater. I'm not gonna shower. Nope. Nothing.
Yeah.
Dedicated to this podcast.
Yeah. But I think like that would be an amazing way to build hype around it
Oh,
in
for
like
sure.
a super effective way. Like, can you imagine like the Tony's funerals and they just because you're kind of panning around in this remote area, and so the pan continues, or you see somewhere kind of off in the woods a shadowy figure.
Hmm.
Just like it doesn't have to be big, but just little things like, okay, Doom was always watching.
Yeah.
Or even I mean, if you want to go completely nuts with an end credit scene, you take from the rest of phases 4, 5, and 6, and you splice together a post credit scene that's like 2, 3 minutes long of all of these little hints and teases and things that, yeah, probably were meant for Kang originally, but now you point them towards Doom, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think this has got so much fun potential. I really hope they do that,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. That would just make me excited because I mean, how exciting is it? I mean, everybody loves Infinity War and Endgame
Mm-hmm.
so much, right? And
Yeah.
you're not messing with it in a way to take away from it. You're really messing with those, splicing some things in to make it more fun and to bring us into the next
Yeah.
phase of things.
To
So,
take us into this kind of finale of the multiverse and into this idea of launching a new MCU going forward.
yeah.
Then there are a few more news pieces here. First, Daniel Kaluuya has confirmed that he is working on an animated Spider-Punk movie.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure he's the voice of Spider-Punk.
Now, do you
Uh,
think you could watch an entire animated series
well, movie, yeah,
or movie with the way Spider-Punk is?
animated.
And yeah, it's a little bit hard to watch,
Mm-hmm.
but that was just
It's
my first thought.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because it looks like we're going to Spider-Punk's world in the next Spider-Verse film
Mm,
based off of the like teaser screenshots we've seen. So I think that's going to determine a lot. And honestly, I think that the success of the third Spider-Verse movie is going to determine whether or not something like this would even get made.
yeah, that's fair.
But keeping on kind of the Spider Verse Miles Morales side of things, Caleb McLaughlin was asked about, like, oh, would you be interested in playing Miles Morales? And he said that it would be a dream role for him. So, do you know who Caleb McLaughlin?
I do. He was in Twin Peaks and oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, that's Kyle MacLachlan. My bad.
Yes,
Yeah, the kid from Stranger Things. I do
yes,
not remember his character's name, but
Lucas.
Lucas sounds right. Um, I I mean, he looks incredibly like
Yes,
the
yes, he
animated.
does.
And I guess I don't really I'm not I haven't seen him in anything else.
Mm-hmm.
His character is pretty well like I it's not like Charlie Heaton.
Yeah, Charlie Heaton.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
like him like he bothers me. for whatever reason, not personally, but whatever his character. Lucas is not that way. I've always really
Mhm.
enjoyed his character. So I'm trying to say I think that he could probably do a good job, but I would
Yeah.
like to see. I'd have to look some other things he's in if he's been.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's been in more than just
probably,
that. Basically, all
yeah,
the Stranger Things folks
probably in
have
like
been.
Euphoria. I don't know everything. Everybody's in
Um,
Euphoria.
well, let's look him up here on IMDb. He has been in probably a whole lot of
Airbud
things
12.
that you're not that familiar with because I don't recognize them.
Oh, what are you saying?
I'm saying that I don't think either of us recognize these.
Rude,
Yes, very rude.
but probably accurate.
Hmm. The most likely thing is that he was in a 2016 episode of Blue Blood, which I've never watched that show, but
True Blue Blood, not
Blue
True Blood.
Blue
Blue.
Bloods, yeah,
Okay. Yep.
yeah.
I don't know.
Otherwise, he hasn't necessarily had as extensive of a lift as some of the others from Stranger Things have, which is kind of
Yeah.
a shame because I do think, well, actually, I think it's probably because until season 4, he wasn't given a ton to do. And
Right.
season 4 was kind of his shining moment, and obviously that, or a little bit more of a shining moment, and obviously that it's been some time since that, but at the same time, it's also kind of a situation where it was odd for filming for a while in there too. So either
Um,
way, yeah, either way, it would be interesting to see him take on that role. For me to give like a great stamp of approval, I'd love to see him in something else.
I I think Shamik Moore, is that the guy? He's the one who voices Miles Morales in the
Yep,
Spider-Verse, right? So
yep,
there's something about his voice performance that I think is so spot on. Um,
yeah.
I
Obviously,
would
it'd
love to
be.
actually just, I honestly, he's kind of like my first pick because I love his voice so much for it. I don't know if he could play a youth like that. He's
I
born
mean,
in 19, he's 30 years old, so it's a bit of a stretch. So
yeah.
I guess that's probably just not going to happen. But
I mean, Caleb's.
it's pretty, he,
Okay,
visually, it's like, yep,
yes,
that totally worked.
yeah, and he's 24 now,
Okay.
so definitely I think has a little bit more of that play in terms of you got a little bit of time with him as maybe not a high schooler, but if you wanted to make it college age,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because like you can see his like beard in
yeah,
Stranger Things. The
yeah.
stubble's there. So it's but
Mhm. So the next piece of news, Spider-Man Brand New Day, oh yes it is, has wrapped up its primary filming. There are planned reshoots for February. Now, again, 99% of the time when there are reshoots, like I think Brand New Day, not Brand New Day,
yes it is.
Captain America Brave New World potentially had some unplanned reshoots, but I think even those they mainly stuck to their planned reshoot time. So I Marvel plans in these reshoots. So uh,
Hmm.
when it when it comes February and people are like, "Oh my goodness, they're doing a reshoot," yeah, I will be on my soapbox again, reminding you all.
Can't wait.
Yep. So that was just kind of a more, the more you know. John Barenthal, though, has said that the Punisher special presentation is going to come out or release around the same time. So that's the quote is around the same time as Spider-Man Brand Day. Oh, yes, it is. So the question is like, is that going to lead where into like where the Punisher's at for Brand New Day? Or is Brand New Day going to show the Punisher and then we're going to continue on with the Punisher's story in the special piece? Which way do you think is more likely?
Um, I think you need to bridge the Punisher into Brand New Day. So I think he's going to come out beforehand, and then we land inside. So at the end of Punisher special presentation, we're going to be ready for him in Brand New Day. So it's
Yeah,
going to just ease our way in. So
yeah, I think I'm with you on the order for that. I think that it makes more sense, especially where we had the Punisher leave off in Daredevil Born Again season 1,
yeah,
that you need to have the special presentation of him dealing with whatever group of rogue cops are breaking off after the events of Daredevil Born Again season 2. And the Punisher, I think, is going to ramp back up into a public servant slash nemesis.
Mm.
Um, because that's what the Punisher is, at least in my thoughts. Like it's a combination of both.
Mm.
And that makes sense to have him kind of deal with his particular problem first and then be that more out there hero who can show up. Like makes sense that he shows up in Brand New Day.
Right. Right now, I think he's still a little bit off the radar, right?
Yes.
But that'll definitely change, and then he may not be able to get away with all that he has been able to get away with, even though it's he doesn't care.
Mhm.
But I would think that it kind of brings it to that level where we're not going to see him slice a guy's throat open on Spider-Man Day. We're not going to knife in a guy or something like that. It's going to bring him to a level where he's got to be a little bit less Punisher for a little while, and so that his notoriety on the streets or just society is going to be a little bit more heightened.
Yeah.
And so he's got to kind of play it cool, and that's going to help kind of fit him in the movie maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Um,
also thinking like, could it be a situation where like like the idea is that he is kind of that public nemesis, and very violent and bloody in what he does. And so Bruce Banner, the Hulk, is brought in to try and deal with him. Because then you can have the Punisher go all out on somebody, but the Hulk's not going to be taking damage. So it
yeah,
still works for that kind of PG-13 sort of thing.
yeah, that's true.
So that's it for the news. Let's get into these rankings of all 8 Marvel projects for the year. We're probably going to go through these fairly quickly just because we talked about them during the ranking all the MCU projects, with the exception of Marvel Zombies. And definitely things could have shifted over time. Uh, when I talk about these rankings, I always want to make sure that we talk about them as these are a snapshot in time. And like personally, I did my rankings this afternoon.
Yep.
Uh, so this is my rankings as of today, the day we're recording this podcast. Ask me in a week, ask me at the end of this conversation. It's possible Greg will have changed my mind on something. Unlikely, but possible.
Possible. You never know.
Yeah. So,
Sometimes
Greg, do you
I'm
want
on
to
point. Okay.
kick us off with your number 8?
My number eight. Thankfully, it was only eight, and I didn't have to figure out which one I missed, like I did that one time. That was for
Yep.
like all things Marvel, like. And again, yep, exactly. This is my feelings at about I think it was like 11 o'clock in the or in the morning. So, Eyes of Wakanda is what hits my number eight spot, and I don't know. It really comes down. I think about how much do I want to watch this again. I don't. I enjoyed it. There were some stronger episodes versus
Mm-hmm.
others. All were fun. I like the idea. I like the ending of it with Killmonger. I thought that was really fun to me. But it was just kind of this thing. And I actually expected more out of it. I was
Mm-hmm.
more excited for it I think if we were to look back, right? I think it was one of my top of
It
the
was,
year.
yeah, it was one of your top of the year, like everything combined. I think it was your top. No, I think it was behind uh, Daredevil Born Again. So I think you had 2 movies, Daredevil Born Again, and then Eyes of Wakanda, when we ranked all 9 things. And it was up there for me as well, but it's also my number 8.
Hmm,
I
okay.
think I think you said it well. It just there's fun episodes for it, but it felt lacking overall. And if I think about like, do I want to watch it again? No, I'm good. How about your number 7 then?
Um, Captain America: Brave New World.
Same as for me.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder if we'll have a perfect game here. Perfect game. We have the same one. That would be
I'm very confident we won't.
okay. All right. Brave New World was again. I want to see? I have watched this again a second time.
Like I need to watch it again because my wife still hasn't seen it. And so like I want to have her see that so that then she can watch. She hasn't seen Thunderbolts as well.
Oh man.
So and Thunderbolts is so good, but I do feel like yeah, you probably should watch Brave New World first.
Yeah. It just was. I don't know. I think whatever they just what it ended up being wasn't what I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was it was by far the safest Marvel film of the year, and the issue was it felt like the safest Marvel film of the year. It didn't take any interesting risks, didn't introduce exciting bad guys. It didn't use the Red Hulk as well as it could have.
They gave us the Red Hulk before the
Hmm.
movie was out. Like, I mean, there was talk of it, but we got to see it, which was cool at the time. But then it just was like, oh, the excitement's kind of just been
Hmm. Well, I
just
mean,
dissipated after that,
like a year beforehand, the McDonald's Happy Meal toy for the Red Hulk was advertised.
right? I
So it was
collected
like,
them all.
mhm. You're the only person who has all of them. I've heard that you're planning on destroying a whole bunch of them to make the rest of them more valuable.
Who told you that? That is accurate, but that was my plan, and who ruined it? Thanks.
That's actually going on with the Pokemon card
Is
right
it a
now.
Reddit? Oh, oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Weird. God, it's like
It's
a
also yeah, it's also a plot point in the Goof Troop movie.
man, people got to get off their.
Hmm.
Um. Anyways, I was gonna say that if you were to have removed Isaiah Bradley from this, you would have probably found this at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm probably with you there. Yeah, it didn't use any of the major elements as well as it could have, with like the closest thing is Isaiah Bradley. And even
Yeah.
he is not used as well as he could have been. All right, let's see if this continues. Year
Okay.
number 6.
My number six, Marvel Zombies.
Same here.
Okay, getting interesting. You go ahead and you can speak first about it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of echo what I said when we did our review of it. It was something that, honestly, I guess I could say a similar thing to Captain America: Brave New World. It felt like it played a little bit safe. I'd love to have seen more zombie hero versus hero fights and just crazy different uses of powers, things like that. And some of it I think is a little bit of a disappointment because after that first trailer that used the Baby Metal and Poppy collab song, I was like, this looks amazing because that song choice turned everything up to 11. And then when I watched the show, I was like, no, this is consistently sitting at like an 8 on your amplifier. It's good,
Mhm.
it's loud, it's flashy, it's fun, but it's not what I was kind of promised.
I can understand that viewpoint. I had a lot of fun with it. I thought the
Hmm.
fun characters, the Vellani is obviously was great, and
Yes.
she's kind of leading the charge on all of it. I thought you got to go to different places, like the raft was cool.
Yeah. They
Like the
did.
places they took you were fun. Could they have been a little bit more horror involved? Yep. They could crank that up a little bit, I would agree.
Hmm.
I love the Scarlet Witch. The ending was interesting.
Yeah.
So I think it had a lot of good stuff, definitely. It just, um,
This is one what I'm pretty sure we will get a season 2. I think we'll get more of it because
yeah,
I think people generally liked it. And say this probably again for another thing where it's like it'll be interesting to see if it can raise kind of the bar and the stakes.
I think they should
And
really. Oh, sorry. Keep
yeah,
going.
no, go for it.
I was saying, and I think they should really lean into that soundtrack some more.
Yeah.
It does help it bump that level up a little bit too. So,
Hmm. Yeah. How about then your number 5? I'm not sure if this is
mm,
going to be where we split. I think it might be.
okay. All right. I'm just thinking my other one's coming up. Number five for me is Ironheart.
That it is different now.
Oh man, I was really feeling a perfect game there. Okay. For me, Ironheart was a pleasant surprise, as I've
Hmm.
said, I think before. Definitely some things that felt rushed or didn't smooth out for me as well as I wanted them to. I really liked what Riri. I love what they did with the AI. What's her
Natalie.
name? Natalie. Thank you very much. I loved the feeling like that personal anxiety
Oh,
that
that was
was
so good.
it was really well done, right? I kind of
Hmm.
wanted more of that. The hood was awesome. Anthony Ramos did great. So, a lot of fun stuff in there, and yeah, I feel, I'm trying to like decide whether, no, yeah, it's good. It's good at number five. I would say it's not a bad spot. Like everything above it is solid as well. So it
Yep.
just happens to be where it falls. So,
Yep. My number 5 is going to be Daredevil Born Again.
mm,
It's the consistency of it. Like you talked about with Ironheart, I think Ironheart's a little bit more consistent. Daredevil Born Again had phenomenal scenes to it. I love the courthouse stuff with White Tiger and
Mhm.
just how all of that plays out. I love the filler episode at the bank. Like that episode doesn't fit with the season, but it's a really fun episode.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And the big thing is Muse is just
Oh,
not used at
what
all
a,
as well as he should be.
what a waste.
And the Heather Glenn stuff doesn't fit with kind of the big arc stuff that we're getting with Fisk and Daredevil. She just feels like an extra piece thrown in there that doesn't get the development that she really deserves, because
Right.
actress is great,
Yeah.
but
I really liked what I was seeing, the chemistry that was happening there. It
mhm.
just needed a little more time to have grown but what they had was good. It just didn't fit with what else
Yep.
was around it.
Yeah, and so I'm going to be really curious. This is the other one where season two, where is that going to propel this to? Because with a singular focus, like a singular team leading it, could that propel it up higher for me when we like do our full rankings again
Hmm.
after probably after Secret Wars? But that's going to kind of be the question
Yeah.
for me. So yeah, that was my number five. What's your number four?
So I was gonna say my my number four was Daredevil Born Again. So I was kind of flipping flopping those two, and I finally just landed on
Yep.
Daredevil being ahead of Ironheart. But
Mhm.
um I agree with what you're saying. And we've said it kind of before. Sad that Muse was wasted. Lots of good stuff in there. Too much inconsistency. But I feel like we're in a good spot with what's coming up for next
Mhm.
season with the singular focus. So,
Yeah. And my number four is Ironheart.
gal.
We're so close.
Yeah.
Because I do think our top three are going to be the top three are obviously the same ones, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be in the same order.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greg is questioning it, but
I don't know because I could see you flip. Yeah, I could see you doing one over the other, but okay.
yeah. So Ironheart, just a really fun show. It was the proper introduction to Riri Williams, who was such a honestly, it hurt the show to have her in Eyes of Wakanda. Like they needed
Oh,
her as a MacGuffin.
that's kind of fair. I think I agree.
They needed her as the MacGuffin for Eyes of Wakanda, but it doesn't work for like really selling that character. And that's such a shame because it is a fun show. The introduction of Mephisto is great. The ambiguity of the ending of
Oh,
yeah, and just the panic attacks
yeah.
when things go sideways are just so real that like Dominic Thorne knocked it out of the park doing the emotional work for
Yeah.
the show.
Is she in Euphoria? I feel like she'd fit in Euphoria really well.
Don't think so.
Maybe I
Stop
should
trying to
watch
cast
Euphoria. I don't know.
stop trying to cast everybody in
I don't want
Euphoria.
to.
All right. Number three for you, Greg.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Same here.
Interesting. Okay. Really just a
So fun.
solid animated series, right? And again, I think for me, it's gonna be more often than not that I choose a movie or TV show over an animated series.
Mhm.
When we're doing these rankings, I think maybe that's because
But
I'm
it
well into my
still
adulthood. I don't know.
but it still beat out three live action projects.
Fair enough. That's fair.
So
Yeah.
you only have two live action ahead of it, which
Yeah.
I do as well.
Yeah. Great characters, great action, fun twists on
Such good
things.
twists and
Yeah.
so many characters. Like this is demonstrating how to use random characters really well.
Hmm. Right.
And I love to see that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Number two.
Yeah, number two. Let's see if we are different here.
You want to say it on three?
No,
You want to? Okay.
we'll have you go first and not talk over each other
Okay.
as much.
I know Zoom doesn't do that very well. Um, Thunderbolts is my number two.
Same.
Okay. I thought maybe this would bump F4 for you, maybe, but
Fantastic Four, I think, was number four on my overall Marvel rankings when we did.
okay. I
So
don't
it,
remember those things
I
either. So
love Fantastic Four,
yeah.
but Thunderbolts, also just phenomenal. And I mean, I think you have to talk about the emotional character work in
Hmm.
this film. And that's what sells
100%.
it.
100%. Total different vibe of a movie, with a cast that really did well playing off each other, I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Led well by, um,
Florence Pugh as
yep,
Yelena.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And man, the Century was a lot of fun for me.
Yep.
It's interesting some of the backstory of that movie, but I'm okay with where it landed. And I think the Century is a super fun and interesting character, and they didn't underplay it
Yep.
a ton, right? And it's yeah, I just like what they did with him as well. So
Like I think about how we talked about New Mutants last week and
mhm,
how we were like, oh, man, if we'd love to have kind of dug more into like those dreams, those remembrances of stuff in the past. And Thunderbolts demonstrates a great way to really dig into that in the movie.
yeah,
And it does it for everybody. And it does it for everybody in a way that, like, John Walker's not a great person at the end of this movie.
yeah.
He's
Was supposed to
he's
be the villain of the movie, technically.
mhm. But he's part of the hero team now because he wants to be a hero and prove that he's good, but he's not doing it for the right reasons. He's doing it for the exact same reasons. He's struggling with the character growth, which is great that you don't have all of the characters grow to a we're good spot. And even Yelena is she good? She's probably better than she was because she's not trying to do it all on her own. But
She's still searching a little,
yeah,
she's kind of found her way a little more, but
mm-hmm.
kind of got an
Like
ugly past.
yeah, all the characters are they're still struggling with stuff, and I really appreciate that as part of the film.
Yeah, the comic versus sad depression, just
Mm-hmm.
they somehow it's kind of like a sine wave. Like they did a really good job with it flowing, and nothing feels too out of place.
Yeah.
You're just kind of caught in this wave that's of ups and downs, and you feel emotions beach. So you laugh when you're supposed to laugh, and it doesn't feel like awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I feel like that happened in something else we were watching, or we are just talking about what. Oh, I was thinking of Williams instead of Wakanda Forever. Like
Mm-hmm.
her upbeat Chicago, like I can, I'm a cool kid, right?
Yeah.
Kind of vibe, and the comics stuff that went with that. Right after the Chitala deaths, it just was a little bit of like, oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
doesn't quite feel right. But everything felt right in Thunderbolt.
Yeah. The only time where I was like, okay, this humor is not working as well as probably they want it was in the post-credit scene with the Red Guardian
Oh,
at the supermarket. And I'm pretty sure that they filmed that in the intentional way of being like, this is uncomfortable comedy, where like it's comedic because it's uncomfortable. And that's just not a type of comedy that resonates with me. So like I am very aware that that was probably more of a me thing than that comedy fully missing or anything. It was just also a very different type of comedy than they use in the rest of it.
it was. Yeah, I agree.
And then that takes us to our number ones. Fantastic Four First Steps. I just love this movie. Like my big complaints about this movie are I'd love to have had more time with Ben and to maybe explore like his emotional side
Yep.
a little bit more. And he's like I know people have commented on Johnny too, but I
Yeah, that's
think
my
they
thing.
give I think they give Johnny a fair amount to do, and they give him something smart to do while tying it into his womanizing.
Yeah. It's just he's so not supposed to be in that group, it feels
Mm-hmm.
like, right? Uh, but I like that they included him and gave him a little bit of an intelligence. And he's kind of like the little brother that you're like, okay, you can tag along.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just trying to find he's like, I can contribute, right? And I like
Yes.
what they did there. I would love to have had some more Ben time. I really like what Sue and Reed's characters were up
Yes.
against. I love Sue Storm. I love that Kirby, the way she played her. I love the way that she's really the aesthetics is really like when I think of this as my number one, I'm thinking the look of it, the feel of it, they just knocked it out of the park. Like it made
Mhm.
it so much fun to just visually see.
Yeah. And I didn't watch the video on it, but Ryan Airy on Crush put out a video basically being like, okay, after watching it a second time, these are kind of some of the things that I maybe wish they had expanded upon more, and was talking about things like uh, Red Ghost and
Mhm.
his apes, or Mole Man, and like the initial meetings of stuff. And just like, I agree with some of the commenters, or a number of the commenters, who are just like, no, like that would have made the film so different paced and felt like it would have made the rest of the film feel different by doing it.
I
And
think
I love the speed that we get introduced to everything in.
it was a tricky intro, I think. I think they did a good job with it. Could I have seen a little bit like a little bit more action from the Red Ghost or the Mole Man and their defeat of him or them? Uh yeah, actually I would have been okay with that. Without I'm not talking like a much. I'm talking like extra minute of stuff between those
Hmm.
two things. Just to kind of see them in action in their younger stage of things, I guess. The Fantastic Four's younger stage. That'd have been okay with me. But so yeah, I can see both sides there.
Hmm. But I
Overall, I
definitely
had the most
don't.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think that it took away from.
no,
Could have been cool to maybe have, like you were saying, an extra minute. Like that's all I would have wanted.
yeah. 'Cause
It's
I,
like,
I forget how much you can pack into that minute visually
mhm.
in movie time, right?
You
So it
could,
doesn't take much,
yeah,
but
30 seconds is a lot, even
mhm.
for like the type of storytelling you'd be doing there, because it is purely showing.
I I I think one of my favorite things to come out of Marvel in the last few, and I'm saying this very loosely because I haven't really thought about it, but just feeling right now it's like Fantastic Four. The birthing scene with Franklin is one of my favorite scenes I've seen. It was it was intense and it was beautiful and it was a very special, I think, moment in the way they did it around or was I think it was
Hmm.
they're using
Also
I
to
don't know.
trap, yeah, to
And
slingshot and to
yeah,
trap.
yeah. Just really a great trifecta of things to try and accomplish and to visually see. And then, yeah, I thought it was just like, so
Hmm.
that really pushed it over the edge for me.
Yeah, and there's just so many emotional elements to that. Like I think about people turning against them so quickly,
Yeah,
but how it makes perfect sense because,
that's what humans would do.
yeah, they see their heroes, they understand like these people are supposed have and are supposed to save us from everything. And when they're not willing to do what seems like a fairly, I mean, it's not a simple thing, but it seems like a very simple thing. It's like, oh, there's this child, just give up this child. Like it's just a single thing. It's not my child. You're supposed to be the heroes. You're supposed to be better than us. Like, sure, I probably couldn't do it, but how could you not to save us all?
Yeah. Yeah. It was, I love that dilemma. I love how they handled that, how the writing handled that situation and just brought it down to earth and was like Sue just having a conversation. Like I thought that was
Mm-hmm. Like,
exactly what I wanted to see
yeah,
happen.
meet this baby. Like, actually meet this baby and understand that this baby is a human baby, just like you guys. Obviously, he has completely bonkers powers. Didn't know that at the time,
Could snap
but
you out of existence, just like
mhm.
Thanos. Okay.
But for everybody who was protesting there, I mean, that's just the slap in the face of reality. It's like, oh, no, this is, I've put you up on such a pedestal, but you're just a mother, like the mother who, like my mother. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, it's just it's the perfect way to handle that situation.
Yeah.
So
So,
there we have it. We have our eight ranked. Obviously, there was supposed to be a ninth this year. If
hmm
that ninth had come out, it still wouldn't be part of these rankings because it would be coming out in like 2 weeks. But we'll be back next week. We're going to be talking about, well, most likely we're going to mainly be talking about the Doomsday teaser. If there's enough to talk on there, I expect that's going to take a few minutes no matter what. And then we're going to be talking about kind of some of the highlight moment. So here we kind of touch broad strokes ranking everything, but this is going to be trying to pull out some of those moments that stood out for Marvel this year, whether it's from these shows, from interviews, anything else that kind of has happened throughout the year. So look forward to that if that sounds interesting to you. And then we'll wrap up this year with ranking everything that is going to be coming out next year on our anticipation or excitement level, however we decide to term it. So that coming out in 2 weeks before we take the week off between Christmas and New Year's because, well, life gets busy. So with that, thank you so much for listening. Drop your rankings down in the comment section for the YouTube video. If you enjoy this content, Greg gave a few ways you can help support us at the very beginning. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/nerdologists. The funds go to help improve the quality of this podcast, as well as the Months and Meeples YouTube channel, the 10-Minute Marvel YouTube channel, and nerdologists.com website. But with that, we will see you next time.
Gelatinous cod. Vamp.